Everything in this video can be found on a public domain and the full disclaimers down below. Welcome to the Danger Zone, it's Ashley. And I wish you lots of luck and many blessings. And a huge thank you to my buddy Peter. 9 times in right at 9 months, Meghan and Harry have had the law to their Montecito mansion. 4 times in July alone. Twice at Christmas. You guys, they want to sit there and say it was a security issue. There was quite a few that were not security related. This is nothing new to Harry and Meghan. This all started back in Canada. And one of the 2 calls in Canada, the cops showed up and nobody understood why they were even there. Almost like she changed her mind when they did arrive. And they can't sit there and say they weren't feeling safe out there because they had a full staff of security. So what was really going on? They had the cops over at Tyler Perry's place even. Had nothing to do with security. They were doubled up there. Seems like there's a lot more to these little 911 calls than meets the eye. Like Meghan is using them to her benefit to threaten Harry. You think? Everybody was talking about the heated argument they had outside of Tyler's place, where the neighbors even called once. Now it's being said that she did the same thing during her time with Trevor Engelson. Anytime they had a falling out, she didn't get her way. She would threaten to call the law knowing it'd ruin his career. And that being the case, I'm feeling like she's doing Harry the same way. That's beyond dirty. Talk about games. Not to mention waste everybody's time. Speaking of wasting everybody's time and playing dirty little games, one of her former teachers at the Immaculate Heart School has come out saying, hey look, I don't know exactly what took place between Meghan and her dad, but he sure invested a lot of his personal time in not just his daughter, but our school on her behalf. The teacher said, look, he'd been over backwards for her, for us. During that time, they had a great relationship. Not only would he take his days that he had off, but he would even schedule out vacation time just to spend hours upon hours making sure the lighting was correct for anything they had going at that stage. Up until recently, he continued doing it, even after she graduated. Never charged the school a penny, not a dime. And according to this teacher, they had a fantastic relationship. Now, I did read in one of the books that I've invested in, it was either Lady C's or Samantha's, that Meghan had a huge blow up with her dad over the fact that she didn't like the lighting that particular time during one of these plays. And she told him, leave, don't come back. She had an audience for that performance also. She disrespected and humiliated him in front of her friends that time. And I'm sure that's one of many. My mama always told me, pay close attention to the way your boyfriends treat their mother, because that's how they're going to treat you. And for the men, it's just the same. Watch how your girlfriends treat their dads. That's how they'll be treating you. I think it's safe to say the way she treated her dad her entire life is what Harry's going through today. I was told by my buddy Jay that initially Harry didn't want to go along with this interview with Oprah. He and Meghan had quite a falling out over what was going to be said. I was told that she threatened to file for divorce. She meant to get her way, and he went along with every bit of it. What does that say about him? Now, supposedly this falling out happened before James Corden's interview on the double-decker bus. He knew everything they were to talk about with Oprah before that James interview. She knows he has a pea brain and a slippery tongue, and that's making more sense to me looking back. After that FaceTime call James made to her, Harry acted so weird, like it was time to go. He needed to wrap it up. Let's do it. Let's be done. Let's get it over with. What she said was super weird. Do you guys remember? How's it going, Haz? I believe that was the signal to Harry to wrap it up. Meghan had already this contract with Oprah in the works. It paid them $7 million. Oprah flipped her wig when she found out what all he talked about. And I'm sure Meghan gave him grief over it too. And they have themselves a new project in the works. We'll talk about that in the next video. It's one I totally don't agree with. You know what, y'all? Never trusted something about that Archbishop. He was giving weird looks between Harry and Meghan. It was strange, every bit of it during that wedding. It was a vibe that they had a secret they all shared together that was very sneaky. There's just something about him I don't like. Not that I have to, but let's get on with it. He's doing some massive backpedaling today. He initially made the statement that being a part of the royal family is like doing life in prison. And since that little cat's been let out of the bag, he's now saying, I said being in the spotlight, period. Celeb or royal. Either way is like a life sentence in prison. You'll never have normal privacy. And that's all he meant, so he says. I think he's backpedaling. I think he was busted. I think he needs to be traded in for somebody a little less sneaky. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all please stay safe and be blessed.